Welcome to this episode of UPCE On Air. Today, our guest is Halyna Pivtorak. She's originally from Ukraine and is currently working at the university at the Faculty of Transport Engineering. Halyna, welcome.
Welcome.
It's very nice to see you. Nice to have you here. So you have been here a while. You are already in your second year at the University of Pardubice, and you are working on a project that is being funded by the European Union. Can you tell us what this project is about and who are the partners that are participating? Because it's more than just our university, if I'm right.
Yes. This project is a part of European Commission Maria Skłodowska-Curie action and is called MSA for Ukraine. It's like a scholarship for researchers from Ukraine, and Pardubice University as a member of European Union states supported my application for this scholarship, and as a result I have the opportunity to make a research this in the Department of Transport Management, Marketing and Logistics under the leadership of Mr. Libor Shvadlenko, and my project named called Using Public Transport System for Sustainable Urban Freight Delivery.
Okay, that sounds like a whole mouthful. Okay, so this is related to online shopping. This project, if I'm correct, and online shopping has really increased significantly over the last number of years, even before the pandemic, and then of course after the pandemic, everybody shopped online, and more online retailers are now offering home delivery. But mostly this is that people bring it to your house, or it gets delivered to a box in town, or it goes to the post office. But this trend of online shopping and delivery is not only positive, am I right?
Yes, that's true, because the increasing of online shopping is leading to the rise of last mile delivery. Last mile delivery is like a last link of delivery to the finished customer, and it is the most expensive element of delivery.
Okay, so explain to us why this last mile delivery, the delivery that actually arrives at my home or the post office or the box, why is that so expensive?
Because the main part of the supply chain, I mean the main in term of length, is the consolidated supply, and that is so that a large bunch of cargo is transported by heavy duty transport along one road. But last mile delivery is the shortest, but it's the many small cargo volumes all with its own road.
Okay, so it's like one train. So you would have one train or one truck with a lot of parcels going to one place, but then it has to split and go to Dubina and Dukla and to my street.
For example,
and then it's one package.
According to, if you say about transport system, one, for example, 20-ton van and 21-ton vans are not the same, absolutely. So, if you say about the calculation per cargo unit, last mile delivery is the most
expensive. Yes. Okay, so it's actually cheaper to put all of those big packages together in one big truck than to put it in the van to bring it to my house. Okay. Now, the project you are working on, very interestingly, is one of the alternatives to this issue of last mile delivery, and it's called crowd shipping, which is a really interesting term. It sounds a bit like crowdfunding. So tell us, what is crowd shipping?
Maybe somebody of us knows what is BlaBlaCar. It's an online platform where people traveling by car, for example, can find travel companies for some fee, or in another way, if you need to go somewhere, you need to find someone who is driving in the same way and can pick up the passenger. Crowd shipping has some general, the same concept. Idea is that you are ready to deliver a parcel along the way of your trip.
Okay, all right. So if I understand correctly, BlaBlaCar, which I have not heard about, so that it's like Uber, but it is where you say, I am driving today from the university to Dubina. So does anybody need to go the same direction, and you can ride with me? And then, so is that the principle of BlaBlaCar?
Maybe yes. Generally yes. Yeah, it's like replacing or supplementing a personal courier by the ordinary
person.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I understand then, so if we take the BlaBlaCar example, then crowd shipping means that I'm saying I'm driving today, or I'm walking, or I'm on my bike from university to Dubina, and I can take a parcel there. So that is what crowd shipping would be, using normal people.
Yeah, for delivery a parcel.
That is
it's very important that it must be their like traditional regular trip, not additional trip.
Okay, so I shouldn't say, okay, well, I want to make some extra money, so I will go to Dubina via Svitkov or via Groningen.
That's why we research the crowd shipping using public transport system, because if you use your own car, you can make some additional trip to receive some additional money, for example.
Okay.
It's not so good for transport system.
Okay, and because this, the impact, just quickly before we go back to the crowd shipping, the impact of this last mile delivery is also, it has some effects on the traffic systems and ecology as well as the financial side. So that is one of the reasons why people are looking for alternatives for for regular delivery. It's because of the traffic jams.
Traffic jams, negative impact on environmental, air pollution. Yeah.
So that is why people are looking, and your study is looking towards public transport systems which are already going in that area. So you would not add any extra burden on the traffic systems. Yeah,
we can do these two tasks in one way, right?
Two for the price of one. Now, quickly, the idea of crowd shipping, I had never heard of it, and to me, it's quite a new concept, but it's actually not so new. Am I right?
Yes,
it's already been used.
It's not so new. It's much more dependent in academic researches than in practice. But we have some example where it is work now. For example, in Italy, there is a service called Take My Things, and its concept is that shippers or receivers who are willing to deliver some parcel, for example, on the road, they registrate it in a mobile application, and users registered in this application can add information about what they want to deliver, what size, what time windows, and some information, and the platform automatically finds suitable carriers. And
so if I want to be a delivery person, I register on the app, and if I want to send a package, I would put in the detail in the app, and then the app would find a match and see somebody who is going in the same direction, who meets the criteria for the size of the package, for example.
Both private person or companies can register it in this platform and use them.
Okay. And I know that you mentioned that it's in Finland. There's also an example.
Yes, in Finland was in one of cities in Finland was very interesting pilot project about delivering the books from libraries and to libraries. Yes, people who need to
to get a book delivered, to take out. Maybe they order the book online.
Yes. And using PGBG crowd shipping platform, they registered it, and it was at first increasing accessibility of library, also optimizing existing transport resources.
That is a very, very interesting idea.
Social effect and the transport.
And the transport effects. That is really, really a good combination of systems that are already in place. Now, we spoke about the fact that public transport is better, and you have been studying this, and you feel, and other researchers feel, that if we make it persons who can use their own cars, then that will just add to the traffic jams and add to the ecological, because it's also ecological, right? The issues
that also look ecological issues, because my main concept of crowdshipping is to reduce some number of trips in city network.
So this concept of using public transport for crowd shipping is currently being modeled and tested in Vienna, if I'm correct. So what does that involve? Did you have to create an app for Vienna? Did you have to go to the public transport companies for permission? Tell us about that project.
Yes, the idea of Vienna is to involve public transport passengers. At start stage, it's tram public transport passengers to delivering parcels between parcel lookers. This project was developed by the Austrian Research Institution in collaboration with Vienna Linien is the main provider of public transport in Vienna, and also the postal operator Post AG. So it's very important that the successful implement such initiative in practice must be in cooperation with many different parts, government, populations, postal operators, or delivery services.
Yes.
Transport public companies.
It's interesting, because I would in some ways wonder if something like crowd shipping is in competition with the postal. So maybe the postal service doesn't want to support it because it takes business away from them. But this does seem like an amazing idea. And the idea of crowd shipping, to me, it's something that I'm wondering, well, why are not more people using it? So what are some of the challenges to implementing crowd shipping in a normal city?
No, like any innovations, crowdshipping has some problem. Now it doesn't have sufficient legislative support. Also unsettled issues of parcel insurance, liability of parcel damage and loss. Also some problem, some question regarding the saving of personal data.
Oh, right. Okay, because you are, of course, we have to think of quite all these rules about who will take responsibility if the package gets damaged. Is it the person who's sending it or the person carrying it? And now some strange person has my home address to deliver it to me. So there is all these things to think about.
Yes.
Now, as part of the project, you sent out a questionnaire to people in Pardubice and in also Ukraine and Slovenia, if I'm right.
Yes.
And you asked them about crowd shipping. And what kind of questions did you ask them?
Our questionnaire was divided into three group of questions. The first block of question was related about the willingness to perform such a delivery, and it was about the parameters of such delivery, like parcel size, parcel type of goods, who people are ready to deliver, and other parameters of this delivery. The next block of question was related about the concerned some barriers and incentives to willingness to work as a delivery, and last block was typical socioeconomic characteristic: age, gender, income level.
Okay, and it was interesting that you did not find the same results in every country, if I'm right. So you mentioned this one group of questions was about the barriers and the incentives of why somebody would or would not participate in crowd shipping. And you found that in different countries, different people gave different answers. So what did they say in, for example, the Czech Republic and in Ukraine and in Slovenia?
We have some common answers and also have some differences. About common answers, the most important for respondents for all three countries is the statement: I don't want to make a repeat delivery if a customer is not in, for example, at home. Okay. That's one of the reasons why we focused on delivery between parcel lookers, not home delivery. So yes, about the differences, for example, from people in Ukraine say that one of the most important barriers for them is the afraid to deliver some dangerous things.
Okay.
I think it's about the war, so
so
yes, a problem
understandable.
for people from Czech and Slovenia. It's not the important barrier, but from Slovenian people, the most important is the personal data. They don't want that, for example, customer track their movement, something like that. Yeah, and people from Czech, for example, say that the most important barrier for them is that they don't have enough information about this type of delivery, and they don't know what it is and how it works.
Okay, so they need more information before they can make a decision about signing up for that. That is very, very interesting. So the people in Pardubice, did they in general, were they positive about the idea if they have more information, or were they more negative? How did they respond?
I can say that we are seeing a lot of interest. For example, we have a post, a poster in this year's Pardubice Research Night.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and we have many people who come to us and ask what it is, say us more about that. So yes, and also if we speak about our survey, the Pardubice respondents say that if they will have more information, it would be very big incentives to do this delivery.
Okay, so if they had more information, they would be willing to participate.
And also they said that they want to now in advance when and where they can do this delivery. So I think they want to plan their daily
they want
daily
to plan
time.
Their commute to include these
they
trips.
need to know in advance what they need
which
to do.
Which buses they will need to take.
Yes.
Now, you, of course, then also had to speak to representatives from the city of Pardubice and from the public transport company. And how did they respond to the idea? Would they be willing to support it?
Yes, they reminded about restriction of the transportation of goods of some size, but these limitations are not so important for crowdshipping, because the idea of crowdshipping is to deliver small packages, so it's not so important for this idea. And also they said that they are ready to support this idea in the terms of information. They are ready to placing advertising poster in trams, trolley buses, or buses, in public transport stop.
So they are on board, so to speak, with this idea. Now, I can imagine that courier companies would maybe not be so happy because they would be losing business, because now somebody else is doing their deliveries. Or are the transport companies happy that somebody else is doing this last mile delivery, which is traditionally the most expensive part of delivery? What are the courier companies happy about crowd shipping or not happy about crowd shipping?
It all depends on the number of crowd shippers. Because if you say about in general, the crowd shippers work is lower. Cost of the crowd shippers work is lower than cost of professional courier.
Yes.
But if you say about large companies like
some of the big ones,
yes. Working with a crowdshipping platform requires certain operational cost, and if number of crowdshippers will be enough for covering these additional operational costs, it will be interesting for them.
Okay.
But we make a simulation, and with the exciting daily passenger flow in Pardubice public transport system, if 7% of people are ready to will be ready to make a crowdshipping delivery, we can cover up to 50% of parcel demand for the delivery, if you say about parcels weighing up to 4 kilograms. So it's interesting figure for business, I think.
That is very interesting, and how these two could potentially coexist in the business.
Potential, of course, figure, but
that's really, really, really interesting. So we can see that the courier companies would maybe be happy to have this solution of not having to do the expensive last mile delivery. But why would normal people want to participate? Because of course it's extra effort for me, and I'm sure that I'm not going to make so much money out of it. So why are normal people happy to participate in this idea of crowd shipping?
Money also matters, yeah. For example, Czech respondents rates the possibility of additional income like 3 and 9 point for 5 point scale.
On a 5 point scale.
Yeah,
okay,
okay. It here matters, but not only that, of course. For example, in USA, an experiment was conducted when 2 groups of people make a crowdshipping delivery, and they received the same money, but one group of crowdshippers additionally received like a thank you message that they make a positive effect to the environment and to the air pollution. And at the end of the experiment, the organizers realized that this group of people make much more deliveries than another group of people.
Okay, so
they feel that they make something good for their environment. Yes,
okay,
yes.
So the feeling of helping the environment is equally, if not a little bit more important in my decision to do some delivery in crowd shipping. That is really, really interesting. So the people who are doing this are also benefiting in the way that they contribute something.
Yes. Also, for example, people from Ukraine say that they are ready to make, more ready to make this delivery if they know person of whom they make a delivery. But for Czech people, it's not so important.
Okay.
So but it can be interesting for small town where many people know each other or know somebody who knows somebody.
So, and I can imagine that it would save a courier company from going to the one small village.
For example.
So the 2 positive or contributing factors are the feeling that you're contributing to the environment and that you're helping somebody that you know.
Yes.
This is very, very interesting, this whole idea of crowd shipping. I want to just end our last question on a more personal note. You've been in Pardubice for a year and some months, and you are going to return home. But I just want to ask if you have any favorite places in Pardubice where you like to hang out, or things that you would like to do or do like to do around here.
I think Pardubice is very cozy, like a cozy city, and I like walking around them, especially on the river, because in my town in Lviv there aren't a river. So yes, and also of course I visited all famous places in Pardubice or around Pardubice, like Pardubicki zamek, Kunetitska hora, Automatitske mlyny. So I'm thankful Pardubice for this time, of course.
Yeah, I am sure that there have been very nice places to enjoy, and it is, you're right, a much more cozy place than maybe you have been used to. And I hope that Pardubice has been good to you in the time that you've been here, and that you have enjoyed also your time working in the Faculty of Transport Engineering. And I hope that your project and this combined project will continue to go well, and that we will all be involved in crowd shipping in the near future.
Yes, thank you. I hope, because we have a cooperation agreement between Pardubice University and my Lviv Polytechnic National University. So I hope we will continue your research work and our communication when my project will be finished.
Yeah. Well, Halyna, thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you to all of you for tuning in and for watching us today. You can catch this and all other episodes of UPCE On Air at the places where you normally find your podcasts, whether that is on YouTube or on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.